Hello, my name is Ben Peterson. My question for this assignment is, how does sarcomerogenesis affect the muscles, specifically in the lower body? Now, getting out of the way, what are some unreliable sources of information when it comes to answering these questions? I believe that TikTok is one of the most unreliable sources of information. The reason being is people can press play on their phone, talk into it, and spit random useless information. They can throw in big words that we don't understand to make us believe that what they're saying is true and that they know what they're talking about. And sometimes they will even take research out of context just to prove their point. So the research that I picked was a study that was made to determine whether the hamstring's fascicle lengths increased across a 3-week eccentric training period were the result of an addition of sarcomeres within the muscle fibers. So, the methodology used to perform this research was 10 recreationally active participants, 3 females and 7 males, with the median age being 27, the median weight being 70 kilograms or 154 pounds, and the median height being 174 centimeters or 5'7". Um, the methodology used to conduct this experiment was giving each participant a 3-week program consisting of Nordic curls, specifically the eccentric portion of the movement. The exercises were all performed on a custom exercise device. Scientists collected sarcomere and fascicle lengths of the long head of the biceps femoris in specifically 2 regions, the distal and central portion. Images of the long head were also taken using microendoscopy and 3-dimensional ultrasonography. They estimated sarcomere length, number, and fascicle length before and after training. The results of the study showed eccentric knee flexion strength increased 15%, fascicle length increased 21%, sarcomere length increased 17%, but only in the distal portion. The number of sarcomeres in series did not change in either region. The conclusion of the study was that fascicle length adaptations were not uniform throughout the study. The increase in sarcomere length, rather than the addition of in-series sarcomeres, seemed to be the reason for increased fascicle length in the distal region opposed to the central region. The main driving mechanism responsible for the increase in fascicle and sarcomere length still remains unknown, but regional changes in the passive tension of the muscle and connective tissue adaptations are a guess. I believe that the exercise selection for this experiment was poor, as a simple seated hamstring curl with a slight lean forward to emphasize the stretch would have been a much more beginner-friendly and trackable movement. It is also much easier to overload and not as fatiguing as a Nordic curl. I also believe that the experiment didn't take into account for the muscle soreness and overall fatigue that the participants would build up throughout this experiment. The experiment was conducted over 3 weeks with 9 sessions, meaning 3 sessions per week. The study showed a large number of reps being performed per session, and with novice lifters, this is too much volume and would set in a significant amount of fatigue. The study also doesn't take into account the level of intensity that the participants trained at, as that plays a big role into the amount of muscle stimulus that you can achieve. I chose this topic because it is something that interests me and is also a relatively controversial topic among the science-based lifting community. I also think that anyone who really cares about expanding the knowledge on the structure of our body and the way that muscles grow should be interested in this research. I also believe that as exercise scientists, we are going to be teaching people about how to properly grow their muscles, and knowing why we grow the way we do is important.